Hey everyone, NWA Prepper here. So today I want to talk about a medical resupply bucket that I've been working on a little bit. It's a work in progress, so go ahead and put your comments down below. My goal is to keep it in a 2-gallon bucket, just because medical stuff's a little more costly and these are easier to distribute among different things. So let's get to it. So, of course, the resupply bucket starts with a 2-gallon bucket. And then I had a lid with a seal in it, but it's kind of acting weird. Like it might be the wrong seal, but I'll figure that out later. So the purpose of this bucket is not to be a standalone first aid kit. It's to augment or to replenish some things that you may use on a grain scale. This is a trauma replenish. I don't have things like Tylenol or aspirin or tiny Band-Aids or anything like that in this resupply bucket. This will be something that I distribute to other places that have some first aid kit stuff as well. So of course I start with the bucket, and then a couple things that I put in each one is a flashlight of some kind. This is a waterproof flashlight that's got a clip on it. But so a flashlight, doesn't have to be this big. This one was inexpensive and it's lightweight, so I'm putting that in there. I put an extra set of shears. These are often lost if you use them, and so I'm putting a pair of shears in there. And then I put at least one tourniquet in there. This is the North American Rescue Cat 7, and this isn't a grab in an emergency and put things on there. That's not the intention, so I'll leave it in the package. So the next thing that I put in there is, and I try to put everything, for the most part, there's a couple things that aren't in individual bags, but that's because I only had big bags today. So before I put this bucket into service, I will adjust it. So I've got some nitrile gloves. There's a lot in here. There's about 10 pairs of gloves in here. You certainly don't necessarily even need them, but I am putting them in there. And all this is fit in there, and I'll put it back in, and so you can see how it goes. The next thing that I put in there is I have some triangle bandages. These were just some ones I ordered from a medical supply house, so I'll put in some of those. And I kind of line and use these to cushion a couple of the other items that I'll show you here in just a second, to help protect their packaging. These are worth their weight in gold. In addition, that I use them for protection. So some of the items that I use to protect them are an extra set of chest seals. These are high fin, full-size chest seals, but there's 2 in the pack. They come attached. So I want this package to be protected, and so I'll put these around both sides of it in the bucket to protect this packaging. And then I've got a couple kinds of I've got a quick clot, and then a new stat, a hemofiber technology bandage, and I've got both of these in a bag to put in there. I've got a couple Z-pack, or these are actually rolls, but wound packing or roll gauze, whichever you want. They're just vacuum packed. So I put in 2 of those. I've got 2 replacement emergency trauma dressings. These are 6 inches. I may have to go to the 4-inch if I add more than I already have to this bucket. But I've got 2 of those. Then the next thing is I have a bag of 4x4s and a few rolls of tape. Now these are just bulk sponges. They're not individual wraps, obviously. Then I have, in this one, I have individually wrapped 4x4s. And then I have some non-adherent dressings. These are 2" by 3" non-adhering pads or Teflon pads. They're not brand name. So I have those that go in there. 2 6" ace wraps or elastic bandages with the Velcro on the end, so I don't have to worry about clips. I don't like clips very much, so I'm putting 2 of those in there. And then in here is, these are 4" I think, 4" roll gauze. There's 10 of them in there. I don't know, I'm counting. There's 10 of them in there, and I've got them in this packaging so they can curve around the bucket. And so that's why I have them all laid out flat like that. And then the thing I was the most careful with packaging are some 5x9s. There are 6 5x9 surgical dressings in here, and I put them like this, 3 and 3, so that I can wrap them and protect them and put them in the bucket. And then of course I'll label the outside both on the side and on the top with what's in there. And I just got a regular, I went to the hardware store, you can tell exactly where it is, and got this lesser size bucket. I got blue because I try to put food in white, and then other things in other color buckets. And so let me pack a little bit of this and show you what it looks like, and then we'll pack the rest of it. So there is the first layer, and it only comes to about here. And you can see how I've kind of just, it's packed in there pretty good and tight. Not terribly tight, I could shake it out. So let's finish up. So there we go. Here is everything that we put in it. And I'm actually thought about putting a SAM splint in there. This is a generic one, but well, it's not generic. I guess it's from Adventure Medical Kits. But I don't think I'm gonna. Mostly, if I'm gonna use a splint, I'm gonna improvise it anyway. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. If you think there's some things that need to be changed or added to, I'd love your feedback. Again, this is a resupply bucket. It is not intended to be a standalone kit. It is just some of the most common items that I use on big bleeding or most cuts, scratches, and things like that. So let me know. Thanks for watching, and let's get ready.